Welcome, guys, to the CSFL Season 4 Award Show. I'm your host and commissioner, JD, and we got the champ here. Congratulations to the Scorpions on the big win there for the Season 4 championship game. And thanks for weighing in on us on the award show. You got the best trophy. You get to leave with the big one.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad to be here. It's a great year, and I'm glad I was able to pull it out in the end.
That's awesome, man. What a season that was, and we're gonna take a quick look at the stats of the players and as we go. And what we're gonna start off with the defensive rookie of the year. We'll go over to the stats here, and I'll mention the nominees. Then the nominees for defensive rookie of the year is free safety Bruce Moore from the Scorpions, who led the league in tackles. He had 5 pass deflections, 1 forced fumble, but no defensive touchdown. What's that? Sorry.
Only 5 pass catches allowed.
And only allowed 5 catches all season, which is pretty insane to think about. And then we got Noah Child from the Vipers. Oh, sorry, wrong button there. Noah Childs from the Vipers led his team in tackles, 48 tackles, which was right up there with the top.
10 last, yeah.
Yeah, he was tied with 5th, I believe it is, for most tackles. And he had 4 interceptions, which was the most, tied for the most. And he had 14 pass deflections, a forced fumble as well, but he brought one of them to the house for a touchdown, and that's the big one right there for Noah Childs, a rookie there. And then we also have a couple other, honorable mentions before we give away the winner here. Middle linebacker Eldon Craig for the Gators. Had a phenomenal season as well. He was up there with 9 tackles for loss,
sacks,
which was the second most. 3 sacks as well, 2 pass deflections, and he had an incredible season there, playing on the outside for the Gators. Also, outside linebacker Jeff Murphy, who led the league in tackles. Or led the league in sacks, should I say. Jeff Murphy, outside linebacker.
5.
Led the league in sacks with 5. And also had a decent amount of tackles. 2 pass deflections as well. Jeff Murphy had a phenomenal season. Cole Horton for the Cobras. Middle linebacker Jason Williams for the Scorpions. Defensive end Matt Rutledge for the Wildcats. All honorable mentions, but the award goes to Noah Childs for 48 tackles and 4 interceptions, 14 pass deflections, a forced fumble, and 1 defensive touchdown. Defensive rookie of the year, Noah Childs.
That would have been my vote too. Bruce Moore had a fantastic season for me for free safety. Went up 4 points in overall, had the most tackles, but it's not all about just tackles. That just means that my corners were letting him go to the free safety and he was getting the tackles, but luckily. But yeah, my vote would have been Noah Childs as well for that. He had a fantastic season. What a great pick.
Absolutely. And now we'll get into offensive rookie of the year. Quarterback Corey Moore is up for Rookie of the Year.
Rightfully so.
125 yards, 19 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 113.7 quarterback rating. Corey Moore, ended up having a really good season, very efficient, and ended his team with a 57 57 completion, 11.8 yards average. He did take quite a few sacks, but he led his team to the second seed and to the championship game. But we're not counting the playoffs here. This is just regular season stats here for the award show. But he still led his team to the second seed in his rookie season, played absolutely efficient at quarterback, and he's definitely one of the honorable mentions here, or one of the candidates to win it here. And next is wide receiver Sean Rucker for the Blue Jays. Let's go take a look at him. Wide receiver Sean Rucker here, having second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth most catches, over 1,000 receiving yards and 12 touchdowns, which was tied for second most for a rookie, which is absolutely incredible. Sean Rucker and Eric Reeves were lighting it up offensively. The Blue Jays played great offensively all season. And yeah, Sean Rucker had a phenomenal season for the Offensive Rookie of the Year candidate. And then we're going to go through the rest of our honorable mentions. Running back Rico Bennett for the Gators. We'll take a quick look at his stats real quick. Rico Bennett, 1,024 yards on the ground, 11 touchdowns. The most was 17. But he had a 5.1 yard average, did not fumble all season, 74 break tackles, which was a boatload. I'm going to take a look.
It's a really good season, actually, by the Gators running back.
He had the second most broken tackles. I remember it was top 3, but it's actually second. He had more than Hackett, actually. And
that's really good.
It's really good. He was bouncing off people and had over 1,000 rushing yards, and was up there with some of the best with rushing touchdowns with 11. And the Gators running back, Rico Bennett, gets an honorable mention for sure at running back. And then another one, we'll talk about the other ones, wide receiver Seth White for the Demons.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take a look at his stats. Seth White had 6 touchdowns, 547 yards, and 40 catches. Had a great season as well, but then the Demons really had a tough season defensively all season. But Seth White is up there. Timmy Williams from the Vipers, Thomas Brown from the Gators, and Frank Carroll for the Piranhas are also honorable mentions. But the award goes to Offensive Rookie of the Year for Season 4.
You want me to tell you who I vote for first?
Go ahead. Who do you think is going to be out of those there?
I would say it would be Sean Rucker, wide receiver. I think he had a little bit more of an impressive season than the quarterback, Corey Wilson. But we'll see what you voted.
All right, that's a good point, though. That is a good point. But we did go with quarterback Corey Moore. For the Vipers, had a phenomenal season. Very efficient football, and was able to bring his team to the second seed, and had quite a few huge wins in the regular season as well to get his team there. And it's a hard position to play, so the quarterback gets it for Offensive Rookie of the Year for the Vipers. Actually come up with both Rookies of the Year awards. Okay, now let's go take a look at the defense. The defense for the Defensive Player of the Year, Defensive MVP of the Year, should I say? Jesus, my controller went crazy there. Sorry about that. My controller's doing a little sticky controller here. So we'll go strong safety Andrew McGuire from the Cobras is right up there with some of the best when it comes to the strong safety position. Also was tied for most interceptions, and also, I thought he had the defensive touchdown, but he didn't. I thought he did. No, he didn't have the forced fumble. He doesn't have a forced fumble, but he's got 12 pass deflections. 9 catches allowed, but he had 4 interceptions, 1 sack, and 5 tackles behind the line of scrimmage, and 39 tackles for Andrew McGuire, strong safety. And then also for the Cobras, for defensive MVP of the year, and then also Bruce Moore, the free safety, the rookie free safety, is up there as well. Honorable mention as well for of the year, and so is Noah Childs. But we got Neil Mitchell for the Piranhas. Let's go take a look at the stats for Neil Mitchell. Neil Mitchell led the league in pass deflections. Didn't have a lot of tackles, 2 for a loss, 29 tackles, but he did have an interception. Didn't bring it to the house though. But he had 19 pass deflections and was a big reason why the Piranhas were able to turn their season around. A lot of the plays were Neil Mitchell shutting down their number one. And he played really, really good football, Neil Mitchell, all season. Maybe doesn't come up in the stat line as much. But he had 19 pass deflections in 11 games.
Yeah.
Which is a boatload, right?
It's a ton. Yeah.
Also, outside linebacker Reggie Glenn for the Piranhas had 10 tackles behind the line of scrimmage, which was the most. And 35 tackles, which was a bit. A sack, 1 sack, 1 pass deflection, and no forced fumbles or nothing like that, though. But he's also an honorable mention as well. Dale Wooden for the Vipers had a really good season. Can't remember what he did that was really good, but there was something that he had that was more than most. It was he had 6 tackles for the loss, 6 tackles for a loss, 3 sacks, and 2 interceptions. So he was all over the place, very spread out there. 3 pass deflections. No one had multiple defensive touchdowns. Andy Alexander is definitely an honorable mention as well, with 4 interceptions, one
to the house,
9 pass deflections, no sacks, but 1 tackle for loss and 37 tackles.
Not a bad season.
And who else did they have on here? Jeff Murphy was also an honorable mention.
5 sacks.
With the leading the league in sacks. Who would you vote for here in this one?
I mean, we already got the rookie for that. I mean, yeah, McGuire's probably a good one. Bruce Moore as well, I guess, but he was there for the rookie as well.
Well, the thing is Noah Childs brought one to the house, right?
Yeah.
But he has a couple more pass deflections, but he has the same amount of interceptions as Andrew McGuire and more tackles, but Andrew McGuire has 5 tackles for a loss and a sack, which he doesn't have any of. So
yeah.
Is 5 tackles for a loss and a sack the same as a defensive touchdown? I think a defensive touchdown is more, right? I don't know.
I mean, it really depends on your offense at that point, but it's all about defense here, so.
Like for defensive rookie of the year, or defensive player of the year, who do you think is the defensive player of the year?
I don't know. It's a hard one. It really is.
Yeah, I was thinking that Bruce Moore could have probably won the Rookie of the Year, and then And then Noah Childs win Defensive Player of the Year, but it wouldn't make sense that you'd win the Defensive Player of the Year, not the Rookie of the Year. So he won
Yeah.
Rookie of the Year for sure. But is there anybody who had a better year than Noah Childs? I don't know, man. He's way up there in every category. And he had a forced fumble, and he had a defensive touchdown.
Yeah.
I was going to give it to Andrew McGuire, but it looks like Noah Childs had a better season. The Vipers going to sweep 3 trophies here?
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's up to you. You always do this, but yeah, it's hard. I would, just to play devil's advocate, I would say Andrew McGuire, just to get another team up there as a winner.
Yeah, I was thinking the sack and the 5 tackles for a loss is pretty impressive on the line of scrimmage. And Andrew McGuire had a huge season, and that is who I have written down. But I'm just second guessing myself. But I guess we're gonna go with Andrew McGuire.
Yeah, he's not
safety.
the rookie. He's a Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah,
That's what I feel.
Andrew McGuire from the Cobras. That's strong, and also Andrew McGuire led the team, led the second best ranked defense in the league, and everyone knew the presence that the Cobras had. They shut down teams every week, and this was one of the leaders that set the way, right? So Andrew McGuire, Cobras, defensive MVP of the year. All right, and then we'll move on from there. Had a little bit of a brain fart there. And then the Offensive Player of the Year, holy smokes, there's quite a few mentions here. But there is a clear winner. In my opinion, it's a little bit easier of a decision, this one, but we'll go through all the honorable mentions. Number 1 is Eric Watson. Let's take a look at Eric Watson. Eric Watson
Great year.
had 29 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. And 2,900 yards, 124.4 quarterback rating. Wow, actually everyone had a really great. Look at all these quarterback ratings. Wow.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, every quarterback's just killing it. But he was just the most efficient. He made no mistakes. 2 picks. That's incredible.
With 200 completions, yeah, that's fantastic.
He had the most completions.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, Eric Watson, man, absolutely phenomenal, and did it with no help, and no defensive help too. Very efficient too, as well. Absolutely incredible season by Eric Watson for sure. And then the next is Leroy Martin.
Quarterback rating.
Had the highest quarterback rating.
That's like damn near perfect.
Played damn near perfect. Walks into an absolutely loaded offense. And goes 26-1. With almost 90 completions less. Or 90 completions less than Eric Watson. Didn't need to really have to push it. Didn't get asked to. Almost 70 completions, which was the most.
Yep, 68%.
He was up there for getting sacked, though, but he was extremely efficient.
Very true.
Incredibly efficient. Then we got Jeannie Ingram, the former Wildcat, going to the Scorpions, and had 31-5. He had the most touchdowns. Alonzo Graham ended up tying him, I believe, in the last week. But Jeannie Ingram had the most touchdowns, most passing yards, and was second best for quarterback rating. Absolutely phenomenal. Jeannie Ingram also had the second most completions with 180, and was a 66 completion, which was second. And we'll just go right ahead and announce MVP, offensive MVP, Scorpions. He ends up walking away with the trophy for his second season, Jeannie Ingram, and gets his second ring and also gets Offensive MVP of the Year. Absolutely incredible season by Jeannie Ingram. Couple other notable mentions were Charles Hackett, running back for the Cobras, who led the league in rushing yards and also led the league in touchdowns, which was an incredible season. And Charles Hackett, man, like someone could argue that he maybe had a better season as he had to do a little bit more on his own. But we're giving it to Jeannie Ingram because he really led his team in every quarterback category, and they leaned on him a lot more. And did he ever come through? And we're just talking about the regular season with the big home field advantage, finishing at the 3rd seed. Was it?
I was the 4th seed again this year.
4th seed.
2 seasons in a row, 4th seed.
But yeah, that's the award show there, guys, and
So,
yeah.
just to mention one more time, Gene Ingram should take it, and definitely 100% takes it, because he played one less game. He played one game for the Wildcats, then sat behind Seymour for one game with the Scorpions. So
Right.
he played 9 games for the Scorpions, 1 for the Wildcats. 10 games total. Had the most yards, second most completions, most touchdowns, second best rating. Like, he just killed it for my team this year.
Yeah, he did. He was playing with a vengeance. That's for sure. Jeannie Ingram walks away with Offensive MVP. Thanks for being here, guys.